Have you ever noticed that your legs feel much heavier in the evening than they did in the morning? Maybe your socks leave deep marks around your ankles. Perhaps your shoes feel tighter by dinner time, or you find yourself wanting to sit down after only a short walk around the house. You might even notice that the steps you climbed easily in the morning feel like a mountain by late afternoon. Many people assume this is just another part of getting older, something they simply have to accept. But what if a simple 10-minute evening routine could help your legs feel lighter, more comfortable, and better prepared for the next day? The truth is, as we get older, our circulation naturally changes. Muscles lose some strength, veins have to work harder to move blood back toward the heart, and long periods of sitting can make these changes even more noticeable. Your heart continues working tirelessly, but the supporting systems, the muscles, valves, and vessels that help move blood throughout your body may need a little extra encouragement. The good news is that a few gentle habits, done consistently, may support healthy circulation and reduce that tired, heavy feeling in your legs. Stay with me, because one of the biggest mistakes people make actually happens right before bedtime, and avoiding it may make more difference than adding another exercise. We'll talk about that a little later. Let's begin by understanding why evening is such an important time for your legs. Throughout the day, gravity is constantly pulling blood and fluid downward. When you're younger, the muscles in your calves act like powerful pumps, squeezing the veins each time you walk. This helps send blood back toward your heart. But after the age of 60, those muscles often become weaker, and the tiny valves inside the veins may not close as tightly as they once did. Imagine carrying groceries uphill all day long. Eventually, you get tired. Your arms become heavy, your grip loosens, and you need to set those bags down. In a similar way, your veins work against gravity every hour you're standing or sitting. By evening, it's no surprise that many older adults notice swollen ankles, aching calves, or legs that simply feel heavy. That doesn't necessarily mean something is seriously wrong, but if swelling comes on suddenly, affects only one leg, is accompanied by severe pain, redness, warmth to the touch, chest pain, or shortness of breath, it's important to seek medical care right away because those symptoms can sometimes signal a more serious condition, like deep vein thrombosis or heart problems that need immediate attention. For the more common day-to-day heaviness that many older adults experience, the kind that builds gradually and affects both legs fairly equally, a gentle evening routine may help your body recover from the day's work and prepare for a restful night. Let's start with the first minute. Instead of sitting down immediately after dinner or spending the rest of the evening in your favorite chair, try taking a slow walk around your home for just 1 minute. It doesn't have to be fast. You don't have to break a sweat. You don't even need to leave your house. Simply walking activates your calf muscles. Every step gently squeezes the veins in your legs, helping move blood upward instead of allowing it to pool around your ankles. Think of your calf muscles as a second heart. They aren't replacing your heart, of course, but they play an important supporting role in helping circulation. Even a short walk across the living room, through the hallway, or around the kitchen can begin waking up this natural pumping system. Many people believe exercise only counts if it lasts half an hour or more. They think if they can't do a full workout, there's no point in moving at all. But when it comes to circulation, frequent gentle movement often matters just as much as longer sessions. In fact, moving for 1 minute several times throughout the evening may help more than sitting still for hours and then trying to make up for it with one longer walk. And the next step may surprise you because it doesn't involve walking at all. For the second and third minutes, find a sturdy chair and sit comfortably with both feet flat on the floor. Make sure the chair doesn't have wheels and won't slide away from you. Now slowly lift your heels while keeping your toes on the ground. Hold for a second. Lower your heels. Then lift your toes while keeping your heels on the floor. Repeat this gentle motion about 15 to 20 times. These simple ankle pumps are commonly recommended after periods of sitting because they encourage blood flow through the lower legs. Physical therapists often teach this same movement to hospital patients who need to stay in bed, because even this small action can make a meaningful difference in circulation. If your ankles feel stiff, move slowly. There's no prize for speed. Gentle, controlled movement is exactly what you're aiming for. You might even notice your feet feeling warmer afterward. That's often a sign that blood is moving more freely through the area. Some people also notice that the heavy, tight sensation around their ankles begins to ease, even after just a couple of minutes. If you've ever traveled on a long flight or car ride, you've probably seen advice to move your ankles regularly. Airlines often include these exercises in their safety cards or in-flight magazines. The same idea applies at home, especially after spending time reading, watching television, or using a computer. Your legs don't know the difference between sitting on an airplane and sitting in your living room. Prolonged stillness affects circulation either way. In just another minute, we'll discuss one of the easiest habits that many people overlook completely, even though it takes almost no effort and can be done while watching your favorite show. Next comes gentle calf stretching. Stand behind a sturdy chair or place your hands on a countertop for support. The kitchen counter often works perfectly for this. Step one foot slightly behind the other. Keep your back heel on the floor while bending the front knee just enough to feel a mild stretch in the back calf. Hold for about 20 seconds, then switch sides. Why does this matter? As we age, muscles and tendons often become less flexible. You might notice that touching your toes becomes harder, or that reaching for something on a high shelf feels more challenging. Tight calf muscles may reduce ankle movement, making walking less efficient. When your ankle can't flex properly, your whole walking pattern may change, sometimes leading to balance problems or difficulty navigating uneven surfaces. Gentle stretching helps maintain mobility, which may also support better movement during the day. Remember, stretching should never cause sharp pain. You should feel a comfortable pull, not discomfort that makes you want to stop immediately. If you feel a strong burning sensation, ease back slightly. Small improvements in flexibility can make everyday activities like climbing stairs, gardening, or walking to the mailbox feel easier over time. You might notice that stepping into the bathtub feels safer, or that walking on grass or gravel becomes less worrisome. Now, let's move to a step that many physical therapists appreciate because it's simple but surprisingly effective, and it's one of the few exercises where lying down is actually recommended. Lie on your bed or sofa and elevate your legs slightly above the level of your heart. You don't need to put your feet straight up against the wall unless that's comfortable for you. A pillow or two under your calves may be enough. Some people prefer placing pillows under their knees and lower legs, creating a gentle incline. Stay there for 2 or 3 minutes while breathing slowly and naturally. This position allows gravity to work in your favor for a change. Instead of pulling fluid downward, gravity helps encourage blood and excess fluid to move away from your lower legs and back toward your core, where your body can process and eliminate it more easily. Some people notice that their ankles look less puffy afterward. Others simply say their legs feel refreshed, lighter, or less achy. You might even notice that the indentations from your socks become less pronounced, or that your legs feel cooler and more comfortable. Of course, if lying flat isn't comfortable because of breathing problems, certain heart conditions, acid reflux, or other medical issues, talk with your healthcare provider about what's safest for you. Some people need to keep their upper body elevated at all times, and that's perfectly fine. You can still benefit from raising your legs while keeping your head and chest propped up. Consistency is much more important than perfection. A comfortable position you can repeat every evening is far better than an uncomfortable one you avoid. And don't miss the next habit, because it's one that many people accidentally skip while trying to stay healthy. And the irony is that avoiding it can actually make leg problems worse. Let's talk about hydration. Many older adults intentionally drink very little water in the evening because they don't want to wake up during the night to use the bathroom. That's completely understandable. Interrupted sleep can leave you feeling exhausted the next day, and getting up multiple times during the night increases the risk of falls in the dark. But becoming mildly dehydrated can also affect circulation and leave muscles more likely to cramp. The goal isn't to drink large amounts of water right before bed. Instead, try spreading your fluids throughout the day, and unless your healthcare provider has advised otherwise, don't become so concerned about nighttime trips that you avoid drinking enough altogether. Your body's blood volume depends on having enough fluid. Think of trying to water a garden with a hose that's only half full. Everything becomes less efficient. The water doesn't flow as freely, and you have to work much harder to cover the same area. When your body doesn't have adequate fluid, your blood becomes slightly thicker, making it harder for your heart to pump and harder for your veins to return blood from your legs. If you take medications like diuretics or have kidney or heart conditions, always follow your healthcare provider's recommendations about fluid intake, since your needs may be different. Some medical conditions require careful monitoring of fluid balance, and your doctor's specific advice should always come first. Speaking of cramps, have you ever been startled awake by a painful leg cramp in the middle of the night? That sudden, intense tightening that makes you grab your calf and try desperately to stretch it out? We'll talk about one bedtime habit that may help lower the chances of that happening in just a moment. Before climbing into bed, spend 1 minute gently massaging your lower legs. You don't need expensive creams or fancy massage devices. You don't need special training or techniques. Using your hands, make slow upward strokes from your ankles toward your knees. Keep the pressure gentle and consistent. The goal isn't deep tissue massage or working out stubborn knots. It's simply to encourage relaxation and bring awareness to areas that may have become tense during the day. Many people find this relaxing, especially if they've been on their feet for several hours. It's a peaceful way to transition from the activity of the day to the rest of the evening. Some people like to do this while sitting on the edge of the bed, making it a natural part of their bedtime routine. You might apply a gentle lotion if your skin feels dry, which also gives you a chance to check for any cuts, bruises, or changes in your skin that might need attention. People with diabetes in particular benefit from checking their feet and legs regularly. If you have painful varicose veins, skin infections, open wounds, or other medical concerns affecting your legs, check with your healthcare provider before trying massage. Sometimes the simplest habits are the easiest to maintain because they fit naturally into your nightly routine, like brushing your teeth or washing your face. Now, let's discuss something that surprises many people, something they've never connected to leg comfort before. What you wear to bed can influence how comfortable your legs feel. Tight socks with strong elastic bands may leave deep marks around your ankles. You've probably seen those indentations that remain even an hour after removing your socks. Very restrictive clothing around the waist or legs may also feel uncomfortable and could potentially restrict blood flow during the night. Loose, comfortable sleepwear allows you to move freely during the night, shifting positions naturally without fabric bunching or binding. If your healthcare provider has prescribed compression stockings, wear them exactly as instructed. These are medical devices designed to apply specific levels of pressure, and they serve an important purpose. In many cases, they are worn during the day and removed before bedtime, but individual recommendations vary depending on your specific condition. Never stop using prescribed compression garments without asking the healthcare professional who recommended them. Now, for that common bedtime mistake we mentioned earlier, the one that many people don't realize affects their legs. Many people settle into a recliner or armchair for several hours before finally going to bed. The problem isn't relaxing. Everyone deserves time to unwind after a busy day. The issue is staying completely still for long periods, especially in a seated position where your legs are bent and your feet are on the floor. When muscles remain inactive, circulation naturally slows. Blood pools in the lower legs. Fluid accumulates around the ankles. Even during your favorite television program, consider standing up every 30 to 60 minutes. Walk around the room. Do 10 ankle pumps. Stretch your calves. Get a glass of water. These tiny movement breaks add up over the course of an evening. In fact, some studies suggest that breaking up long periods of sitting may benefit circulation and overall health, even if you already exercise regularly. You can't simply exercise for 30 minutes in the morning and then sit motionless for the rest of the day and expect optimal health. Your body benefits from movement sprinkled throughout your waking hours. It's another reminder that our bodies were designed to move throughout the day, not to remain in one position for hours at a time. Now let's return to those nighttime leg cramps, which can be one of the most frustrating symptoms for older adults. While cramps can have many causes, including dehydration, certain medications, nerve conditions, muscle fatigue, mineral imbalances like low potassium or magnesium, and reduced blood flow, one simple habit may help some people. Before bed, gently point and flex your feet several times. Point your toes away from your body, as if pressing a gas pedal. Then flex your feet, pulling your toes toward your shins. Repeat this movement 5 to 10 times slowly and deliberately. Then perform another brief calf stretch, just like we discussed earlier. This isn't a guaranteed way to prevent cramps, but maintaining flexibility may reduce muscle tightness for some individuals. Some physical therapists believe that gentle pre-bedtime stretching helps remind the muscles to stay relaxed during sleep. If leg cramps become frequent, severe, or interfere with sleep, don't simply accept them as part of aging. Talk with your healthcare provider. Sometimes they can identify an underlying cause that deserves attention, such as a medication side effect, a vitamin deficiency, or a circulation problem that could benefit from treatment. Another important part of your evening routine happens in your mind rather than your muscles, and it's something that could potentially save your life. Take 1 minute to check in with your body. Ask yourself a few simple questions. Did both legs swell equally today? Did I notice new pain that wasn't there yesterday? Did one leg suddenly become much larger than the other? Did I have unusual redness or warmth in one area? Is the swelling better after I rest with my legs up, or does it stay the same? Have I noticed any changes in skin color or texture? Paying attention helps you recognize changes early. Many health conditions are easier to evaluate and treat when symptoms are noticed promptly, instead of weeks or months later when they've become more serious. You don't need to become anxious or examine every tiny detail. Just become familiar with what's normal for you. Think of it like checking the fuel gauge in your car. A quick glance each day helps you notice when something changes. You're not obsessing over the gauge, but you're also not ignoring it completely until the engine sputters and stops. Now let's put the entire routine together so you can see how naturally it flows. 1 minute of gentle walking around your home, 2 minutes of ankle pumps while seated in a sturdy chair, 1 minute of calf stretching using a counter or chair for support, 2 to 3 minutes with your legs elevated on pillows, 1 minute of gentle massage with upward strokes. A quick reminder to stay reasonably hydrated throughout the day, not just in the evening. Comfortable clothing for sleep that doesn't restrict circulation. Movement breaks during evening sitting, standing every 30 to 60 minutes. Gentle foot flexes and a final calf stretch before bed. And a brief body check to notice any important changes. Altogether, that's about 10 minutes of active movement, plus a few habit adjustments. Not an hour, not an expensive program, not a gym membership or special equipment. Just 10 minutes that may help support healthy circulation, improve comfort, and prepare your legs for tomorrow. Of course, no routine can stop aging. None of these habits are miracle cures. They won't reverse decades of changes overnight. But healthy aging is rarely about finding one perfect solution or discovering a secret that doctors don't want you to know. It's usually about many small choices that work together over weeks, months, and years. Think about brushing your teeth. One brushing doesn't protect your smile forever. You can't brush your teeth once and expect them to stay healthy for the rest of your life. It's the daily habit, repeated twice a day for decades, that matters. Your circulation often works the same way. Small actions, repeated consistently, may produce benefits that one big effort never could. It's also worth remembering that healthy legs depend on healthy habits throughout the entire day, not just in the evening. Regular walking, eating a balanced diet rich in fruits and vegetables, managing conditions like diabetes or high blood pressure, avoiding smoking, maintaining a healthy weight, getting enough sleep, and managing stress all play important roles. Your evening routine is one piece of a much larger picture of healthy aging. If you've been avoiding activity because your legs feel tired, remember that gentle movement often helps more than complete rest. It might seem like the last thing you want to do when your legs feel heavy, but that movement is often exactly what your circulation needs. Of course, if walking causes severe pain, dizziness, chest discomfort, or symptoms that worry you, stop and seek medical advice. Never push through warning signs that your body is sending you. Listening to your body is always part of healthy living, and knowing the difference between normal tiredness and concerning symptoms comes with practice and attention. Perhaps the most encouraging message is this: your body continues responding to positive habits at every age. Whether you're 62, 72, or well into your 80s, your muscles still appreciate movement. Your joints still benefit from gentle stretching. Your circulation still responds to regular activity. Your body still heals, still adapts, and still improves when given the right support. Progress may happen more gradually than it did decades ago, but your body is never too old to benefit from caring attention. So tonight, instead of ending the day exactly the way you always have, consider giving yourself these 10 minutes. Think of them not as another chore on your to-do list, but as an investment in tomorrow morning. Imagine waking up with legs that feel a little fresher, a little looser, and a little more ready for whatever the day brings. Imagine putting on your shoes without struggling, walking through your home with confidence, and enjoying your daily activities without that constant heavy, achy feeling. Sometimes the smallest routines become the ones we value most, because they quietly improve everyday life without drama or difficulty. And that is often the true goal of healthy aging, not chasing perfection, not trying to turn back the clock, but making each day a little more comfortable, a little more active, and a little more enjoyable. Before we finish, I'd love to hear from you. How old are you, and which part of this evening routine do you think you'll try first? Have you discovered another gentle habit that helps your legs feel lighter after a long day? Maybe you have a specific time that works best for your routine, or perhaps you've modified one of these exercises to better suit your needs. Share your experience in the comments. Your ideas may encourage someone else who is looking for simple ways to stay active and comfortable. If you found this video helpful, consider sharing it with a friend or family member who might benefit from these tips. And if you enjoy practical, evidence-informed advice for healthy aging, be sure to join us again for more conversations designed